talk about a starter kit. So if someone wanted to start a collection, where would they begin?
Let's talk really quick. This is part of why I'm explaining why I think this is an important way to set up a kit. Let's talk a little bit about chakras. Which, obviously we can go into in more depth later on, but chakras are energy fields. They're energy portals where energy pools in your body and processes energies. Okay. Now that idea comes from India, and it's been around for hundreds of thousands of years. So there are many chakra systems in your body, but the main 7 are the ones that get talked about the most. And they run right up the center of your body, right from, where you sit all the way up to the top of your head. Okay. And the energy that is processed in each of these centers has a color. Can you see it? No, of course. If I look down, am I seeing it? No. But the idea is that they individually have this sort of color scheme that they process. And it's this, if you're having trouble remembering it, it's the same as if you took a piece of, took white light and put it through a prism, and how it splits out into the rainbow. It's the same colors in that same pattern. So red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, violet. That's the same color pattern that you get from the bottom to the top when you're talking about your chakra system. Okay. So if you're going to be getting a crystal set to start out with, then you want to get a crystal for each of those colors. Your root chakra, which is the lowest one, that's the first chakra. Its color is red, and it has to do with your personal identity and your safety and security. And so if you're having issues with that, those kinds of issues in your life, then that energy is blocked in that area. And then the second one, the sacral chakra, has to do with its creativity, and sexuality. Yeah. Sensuality and sexuality and creativity and all of those sorts of things. So again, if you're having issues with that chakra, then that's going to affect the organs in that area. It's also going to, affect your feeling of positivity about your own creativity. It might cause some issues with your sexuality. And that color, the root color for that is orange. And then moving up to the third chakra, you have the solar plexus chakra, which its color is yellow. And that has to do with your self-confidence. So your belief in yourself and your ability to do things and to actually manifest things. So again, if you're having issues in your body in that general area, which is just a little bit above your belly button, so higher stomach issues, that kind of things, it could say that you're having issues in that energy field. So again, that's a yellow. And then the heart chakra, which is actually right here in the center. It's not actually over your heart, it's in the center. So that deals with a couple of things. Health, your generalized health. It does deal with matters of the heart, although technically there's a higher heart chakra that we're not going to talk about now that deals more with the whole love aspect. But in general, you deal with, love issues and health issues from your heart chakra. And the color for that is green. And then so the fifth chakra is your throat chakra, which is right here. And the color for that is blue, more kind of a lighter blue. And that deals with communication. Makes sense, right? It's at your throat, it's where you speak. It is about, you're being able to communicate. And then the sixth chakra, which is right here on your forehead, that is called the third eye chakra. And it has to do with intuition and inspiration. So when you're looking for inspiration, or if you're trying to develop some of your psychic skills, that is where that energy lies. And the color for that is indigo, so dark blue. And then the very top of your head is the seventh chakra, which is bless me, I can't think of what it's called right now.
Crown.
The crown chakra. Thank you very much. And that deals a lot with spirituality, and becoming and being part of a larger puzzle. So more than just yourself. So being part of a, it's spirituality and community and humanity in the way that it how you are tied to the world and the people in it. And that color is purple. So again, opening up to spirituality, if you're having trouble with that, it can lead to headaches, for example. Like I say, you can have physical ailments that kind of signal where you're having energy blockages in your system. But anyway, that's why I recommend getting crystals that cover each color in the chakra system. So that if you're having problems in one specific area, you can use, a crystal that's that color that will kind of help move the energy along and get it to stop being stagnant in there and to get it moving again. Let me show you a few easy to find crystals that you could use for each chakra system. Because depending on where you're at, sometimes it might be more difficult to find crystals than others. So I wanted to give you some, a multitude of options to make it easy to find at least one for each chakra system. This is red garnet. You can't really see it's red, but if I held a light behind it, you'd be able to see a little bit of red coming through it. Red jasper, which is another really common stone. Red tiger eye. I don't know if you can see that. Those are a couple of really easy, common stones to find. Anything that's red, anything that's dark red. Ruby would be great for that. Maybe not the easiest ones to find, but that's certainly something that you could use as well. For the second chakra, orange, there's several options again that you could use. So this one is my personal favorite because I love calcite. This is orange calcite. Or carnelian's another one that people use a lot. Or sunstone. People sometimes also will use amber for the second chakra. It is a stone. This is a raw piece, so you see it's not even polished on the back. Amber is one of those stones that can kind of go for more than one chakra. It sort of depends on the color of the amber. Because amber can go from anything from like a reddish brown to a really yellow to almost clear. So it sort of depends on the color of the amber that you choose, which chakra system it would work for. Or it kind of tends to slide and you can kind of use it for any. So it would be one of those stones that you could kind of multi-purpose. For the third chakra, we have fool's gold, iron pyrite. That's a really easy one to find. So this is like a honey calcite. And this is like a really yellow calcite, almost a yellow-green. This is a natural citrine. This is what most people are going to find, though, this in here. Do you see the color difference here? This has been heat treated. This actually started its life as an amethyst, and they heat treated it to make it this color. They're both citrine, though. For the heart chakra, you usually want to go with things that are green. This one's called serpentine, or this specific kind of serpentine is called healerite, but that doesn't matter. Serpentine in general is green, and that works really well. This is fluorite. This is a green fluorite. Well, mostly green. It's got a little purple in it, but this is a green fluorite. That comes in several colors, so you can use it for different areas. This one is Amazonite. Again, that's a really nice green stone. A couple of other stones that I didn't actually find in my collection to bring out today that are pretty common would be aventurine, which is sort of this color, but it has almost like little sparklies in it. And it's a form of quartz. And malachite, which has banding stripes in it that are lighter and darker green. Again, those are all relatively common to find, so it shouldn't be too hard to find at least one of them. Where you want something that's light blue. So I've got several options here. As you can see, I am actually wearing, this is apatite. Thank you, it finally came to me. But as you see, I'm actually wearing it at my throat chakra to help with my communication today. This is blue calcite. Again, I like calcite, so I have a lot of it. This one is called angelite. And this is celestite. This usually doesn't come in polished rocks like this. A lot of times it comes in little crystal geodes, but I happen to have or this one, which actually is seen in jewelry a lot. It's called Larimar, but this is just a polished raw piece of Larimar. This one here, this is blue kyanite. This is a really good option for your third eye chakra. This one is lapis. Again, very common to find, or its cheaper cousin, sodalite. Those are really good options to use for your third eye chakra. And then for your crown chakra, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. We've got amethyst. I happen to like this one because it's got this really cool pattern in it, but you can use a regular crystal as well. It doesn't have to be polished the way that mine are. You can use a regular crystal. This one is iolite. Now, iolite is one of those stones that, again, could be used for either the 6th or the 7th chakra. So it's kind of I can switch it. And then this is, again, fluorite, but it's a purple fluorite. But any stone that's purple will work for that. All right, so there's the 7 chakras that you want at least one for each. And then I recommend always a piece of selenite. So it's got this, I don't know if you can see it, it's got this really cool shimmer effect when you move it. I don't know if it's coming across on there or not, but that's the one I was talking about earlier that doesn't allow for the negative energy to be in its energy field. So I like that because it's a good way of kind of keeping your crystals clear when you're not using them, or you could use them to actually clear your crystals. So that's why I like that one. Now, again, always I think one of these sets should have a piece of clear quartz because it's so versatile. It can go for anything. If you're not using the crystal for anything else, you can sometimes actually use the crystal to energize other crystals. So again, there's a polished piece. This is an actual point, the way that they grow out of the earth, which is pretty cool. I love that. And then you want something dark. You want something protective, so a black stone. So we have black tourmaline, which sometimes comes polished like this, and sometimes comes the way it grows naturally, which looks like that. Or hematite is a really common stone. And it's pretty cool as far as like it actually shimmers. It's kind of got a mirror effect to it. A little bit like marcasite, if you know about that from jewelry. Or shungite. This is a piece of shungite. Shungite is one of the best stones for clearing negative energies out of a field. It comes from Russia, and it actually originally was used as a purifier of water because it is a derivative of charcoal, which that's what's used in a lot of water filters is charcoal. But this specific kind seems to do an amazing job with filtering water. So it actually clears a lot of negativity out of your area. So again, really good stone if you can find it. Not as easy to find if you don't have like a crystal shop in your area or can shop online, but these other ones are pretty common, like this especially. Hematite is super, super common. And the black tourmaline is relatively common. For a starter kit, you want to have one piece of clear quartz of some kind, one piece of selenite, and then one crystal for every color in the rainbow, and then something black for protection. You can put it in your pocket, carry it around. That's kind of one of the most common ways of crystal healing is to actually just physically carry it, put it on your body. But this is a good starter kit as far as, hey, you've kind of covered all the basic bases of what you might need. And does it matter what it's shaped like? No. Does it matter whether it's polished or not? No. Does it have to be clear and see-through and pretty? No. Okay. This is not ring quality garnet here. It's not, but it's garnet and it's still going to work. Okay. So it doesn't have to be this, beautiful, pretty stone to do its job. And can you carry more than one at one time? Yes. Yes, you can. Okay. There are very few crystals that can't work with each other. I would say that I can't really think of any off the top of my head. I don't want to say, oh, there's no crystals that don't work. There probably are. I just don't know any off the top of my head. If you're having issues with, okay, well, I'm really concerned about my creativity is really down lately and I don't feel like I'm really, inspired to do anything, then okay, so I can grab my piece of orange calcite and I can have that on me. But, what if I'm also feeling really bombarded at work and, oh my God, energy's coming at me all day long and I'm exhausted when I get home. Okay. I can also have my little piece of hematite with me, which is going to protect me from negative energy, but because it's reflective, it also has the property of kind of bouncing negative energy away from you. So can I have both of these together? Absolutely. Absolutely. And the other thing I would say is if you're going to go pick crystals yourself, as opposed to like going online and ordering a kit, which there are places you can do that. If you have the opportunity, I always recommend going and picking the stones yourself. If you're somebody who does have a little more of a clairsentient ability, you actually can tell which stones are going to work better for you because you can feel the energy change when you put it in your palm. So depends on you and whether or not you're somebody who's sensitive to energies. If you are more sensitive to energies naturally, or you've developed that skill, then actually going and picking the crystals yourself is good because it allows you to kind of feel. Otherwise, I would say go with your gut. If you're standing there and there's 3 crystals and you're drawn to one for no reason whatsoever, take that one. Why? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Your body is saying, I like that one. Even if you don't know why, your gut feeling is saying, pick that one, pick that one. Okay. What harm is it going to do? But again, your intuition is trying to speak to you by saying, hey, that's the one. So, just say, you have a more personal relationship with the crystal if you chose it yourself. But again, you can make it yours. If you buy a kit online and you get it home, you can still make it yours by just, cleansing it, take care of it and using it. And then it gets attuned to your energy and then, it works better for you.